Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Teams that won't cheat their way out of trading for Hornets' young center. It has been nearly a month since the Charlotte Hornets made the shocking decision to trade Mark Williams to the Los Angeles Lakers. Not many saw it coming, especially considering that the promising big man was once thought of as a foundational player for the fledgling organization. Fans appeared to be divided about the trade, with some saying that Williams was too talented and young to be shipped to another home just like that. On the flip side, there were folks who agreed with the move to capitalize on his value. To the front office's credit, it did land a brilliant return, which is part of why the Lakers backing out of the deal has made it difficult for some among the Hornets faithful to move on. Los Angeles has also vindicated itself, as the team has risen to the number 2 spot in the Western Conference and has shown that it doesn't need someone like Williams to anchor the paint. Whether that remains true in the postseason, though, remains to be seen. Still, what the Lake Show did has not well with a lot of people in Charlotte. Failing Williams' physical assessment as an excuse to rescind the trade, which might really be because of buyer's remorse, has had folks warning of karmic retribution for the marquee franchise. For Williams and the Hornets organization, there's no use dwelling in the past. The best the third-year pro can do is use the failed trade as motivation to improve his craft and prove why the Lakers made a mistake when they reversed course at the trade deadline. Meanwhile, Charlotte can use the coming offseason to explore potential destinations for its first-round draft pick in 2022. Fortunately, there are teams that could be looking for a center and wouldn't flake from completing a deal like the Purple and Gold did, such as the following. The Chicago Bulls might not be the ideal trade partner to work with, as their front office couldn't net a first-rounder in exchange for the pieces it had sold in the past year, namely Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine. Still, the Bulls should be in the market for a young big man this summer with Nikola Vucevic on the wrong side of 30. The San Antonio Spurs don't appear to have a huge need for a center, especially with Victor Wembanyama manning the paint for the proud franchise. However, the rising superstar isn't a traditional pivot and might thrive more as a power forward. Williams could be a great fit alongside Wembanyama on offense, as his glass-cleaning and rim-running abilities would allow the reigning Rookie of the Year to thrive with the ball in his hands. On defense, Wemby could cover for the Hornets' big man's well-documented defensive deficiencies. The Toronto Raptors already have a core trio in place, although all of them play either the wing or forward positions. As such, the organization will likely look for a point guard and center to flank R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, and Scotty Barnes. Williams should be able to maximize his strengths in Toronto, as opposing defenses would be keying in on the other Raptors players. The Washington Wizards probably won't be seeking a starting center in the market this offseason because they have already assigned that role to Alex Sarr, the 2024 number 2 overall selection. However, some folks believe the 19-year-old is better suited at power forward because of his physique and play style. Washington is one of the league's worst rebounding squads, and that weakness was only exacerbated after it traded Jonas Valanciunas. It won't be hard for Williams to plug that hole. James becomes first to reach 50,000-point mark. LeBron James is well on his way to rewriting every previous definition of basketball longevity, and the 40-year-old star is now racking up numbers the NBA has never seen before. James became the first player to score 50,000 combined points in the regular season and postseason on Tuesday night, surpassing the mark with a three-pointer early in the first quarter of the Los Angeles Lakers' 136-115 win over New Orleans. James finished with 34 points against the Pelicans after toppling another milestone in his unprecedented career. "I mean, that's a lot of points," James said afterward, rubbing his beard in wonder. Since Luka Doncic was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers from the Dallas Mavericks last month, one of the biggest talking points has been how he would fit alongside LeBron James. Doncic, one of the league's premier point guards, has been the primary facilitator for his team throughout his 7-year NBA career. The Slovenian guard took his ball dominance to another level last season, leading the NBA in usage percentage at 35.9%, with only Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo coming close at 32.8%. Now paired with one of the greatest playmakers in basketball history, questions arose over how Doncic and James would coexist. Through their first few weeks together, the star pairing has silenced its critics, leading the Lakers to the second seed in the Western Conference with just 22 games left in the regular season. Tuesday night's 136-115 win over the New Orleans Pelicans was another showcase of their growing chemistry. James finished with 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, while Doncic added 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 15 assists. Their efforts propelled the Lakers to their 7th consecutive win, their longest winning streak since 2021. When asked about his partnership with Doncic after the game, James admitted LA needs to put the ball primarily in his new teammates' hands, a change from what the Lakers have done for most of his tenure. "I'm very comfortable playing off the ball and finding my spots, running the floor, getting outlet passes from Luka," the four-time MVP admitted. "I've been very blessed to be able to be adaptable to whatever team I've been on in my career." James made NBA history in the win over New Orleans, becoming the first player ever with 50,000 career points, including playoffs. Doncic and James also made history as duo, becoming the first Lakers teammates with 30 points and 5 threes in the same game, via NBA. Both stars will have another opportunity to strengthen their partnership when the Lakers host the New York Knicks on Thursday night, ahead of a challenging Eastern Conference road trip featuring matchups against the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks. Shaquille O'Neal reveals if the Los Angeles Lakers are contenders. Something special may be happening in the City of Angels. The Los Angeles Lakers have gone 11-2 since they traded Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Luka Doncic. This trade involved 3 teams. The Lakers received Doncic, Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris from the Mavericks, while Dallas acquired Davis, Max Christie and the Lakers' 2029 first-round pick. The Utah Jazz received Jalen Hood-Schifino, along with the LA Clippers' 2025 second-round pick and the Mavericks' 2025 second-round selection. The Lakers are on a 7-game winning streak and have climbed to the number 2 seed in the Western Conference standings. On Tuesday night, they defeated the New Orleans Pelicans 136-115. After the game, Shaquille O'Neal from inside the NBA discussed whether the Lakers are now legitimate contenders. "As great as LeBron is, we all still think of him as a pass-first guy," O'Neal said. "LeBron does not mind giving up the ball to a guy like Luka. He did it for Kyrie. He did it for D-Wade and Chris Bosh. With a guy like Luka out there doing that, LeBron can choose his spots. If I were him, Luka, 30, 30, 30, continue to get my numbers, then in the playoffs, first, second, third round, like Candace said, they can be contenders." While O'Neal believes the Lakers could be contenders if they maintain their current level of play, not everyone agrees. His colleague at TNT, Charles Barkley, has expressed skepticism about the Lakers' chances. Barkley stated previously that he does not believe the Lakers are true contenders, despite acknowledging that adding Doncic is an improvement. However, he still doesn't think they match up well against teams like the Denver Nuggets or Oklahoma City Thunder, and he also questioned whether they are better than the Memphis Grizzlies or Houston Rockets. The Lakers hold a half-game lead over the Nuggets for the number 2 seed in the standings. They will aim to maintain that position while facing the 5th toughest schedule in the NBA during March and April. And you, fan? What do you think about the situation of Shaquille O'Neal? Write to us in the comments.